I never down anybody that has a job or multiple jobs because I used to work multiple jobs before I became an entrepreneur, a full time entrepreneur. Even when I became an entrepreneur, I actually had a job. Like I said, I worked at multiple jobs. One of my first jobs was at Chuck E. Cheese, but I worked my way up through a grocery store and, restaurants and all this different type of stuff. But I read something called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I think every entrepreneur, everybody that aspires to be an entrepreneur should read that book. And what he said in there was that, hey, his rich dad said, look, son, rich people do not work for money. They make their money work for them. And when I heard that, that just sparked something in my mind. I heard from Bob Proctor the other day. I was listening to a audio from Bob Proctor, and he was like, multiple income streams is different than multiple jobs. And I was like, wow, that makes so much sense because I remember when I used to work at multiple jobs and I was just always working so hard, but I could only make so much money, right? And you go on Instagram or social media and you see people, living their life. You see people making 10 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month. And I'm like, man, I mean, if they could do it, I can do it too, right? So how can I do it though, right? And I know that, that wasn't really possible at your job, at a typical job, right? At my job, the best job I had, I was a manager, right? I worked my way up to manager, but at the end of the day, I had to exchange my time for money. But now I'm able to, create income with my money. If that makes sense, I make my money work for me. And it's just a blessing to be able to have these income streams and to be able to teach other people as well. I really just aspire to teach people how to be free.